Greetings, my dark undead brethren. Welcome back to Total War Warhammer, where today we have quite the to-do list. First of all, we need to secure the province of Zufbar. Only Karagdromar but stands in our way now, and I don't think it's going to stand up very well to Manfred and his horde of undead. We're going to go and do that straight away. We're just going to have a turn of healing there, and then we're going to be off. Otherwise, growth is still the name of the game in Sylvania. Almost we have our level 5 built, Dark Castle here in Drakenhof, and then we can get the really big good buildings there. Whether it's going to be Vampire Crypts or a Forbidden Library first, I don't know. Vampire Crypts are good because we get the good monsters, but I want to unlock Heinrich Kemmler so we can play with Crown. So whichever one we're going to pick here, I'm not sure yet, but whichever one we don't, we'll probably build it in Zufbar or Castle Tempelhof, whichever one we can grow quicker. To grow Castle Tempelhof quicker, it would aid us a lot if we had the rest of the province, but of course with Schwarzhaften, we're trying to do things diplomatically here. You know, I want Vlad as a general, I want Isabella as a general, and if we conquer them militaristically, that ain't gonna happen. We gotta try and form a confederation there. Subconsciously, I think I desperately need Vlad, considering I keep calling Manfred Vlad by accident, and will probably continue to do so. Apologies in advance about that. Otherwise, we then, I guess, gotta pick a target. Do we go into the realms of men? Do we continue pushing through the mountains? I'm not sure. Maybe both. Let's just press end turn for now, and crack on, shall we? So as soon as this is done, of course we have made contact with Mution. We had to embed a necromancer into Manfred's army. I believe we've done that. Yes, we have. Super. To the ordinary man, the necromancer is a vile withered thing, willing to trade the last shreds of his soul in exchange for the forbidden knowledge of the grave. Yet this impudent ambition can, on occasion, prove of use to a true lord of death such as Count Manfred. As they strive for petty advantage over each other, these vermin are adept at worming out hidden lore, and it would seem that one of them has unearthed such a secret now. The vampire count issues a summon to his benighted court. The necromancer does not fawn or grovel in Manfred's presence like so many of their cretinous kind. Instead, he dares to bargain and even threaten the vampire count at the height of his power. Manfred is intrigued. It would seem that this worm has stumbled across the dark tome of ominous power. Count Manfred is, of course, welcome to the book for a price. With a sly smile, the necromancer lets it be known that he has placed a curse in its pages, destroying the book should it come to harm. It would seem that Manfred must meet his petty demand for now, and his petty demand is 5 bloody grand. That's a bit ridiculous. I'm trying to save up for a Forbidden Library or Vampire Crypts, and that's just going to put the whole business way back in time. But fine, man, I'll take a pretty book for that. Let's go now to Karagdromar. We're going to be sneaking past Schwarzhaften. Apologies, Vlad. Don't mean nothing by it. You know what? Maybe we could just end this unpleasant business now by doing a confederation. Still, though, I'm sure the more we expand, eventually this will happen. Unfortunately, it's just hurting Castle Tempelhof and Fort Obersteyr a little bit. Well, it's not all ours, that province. But otherwise, let's not worry too much about it. So we've got to get 10k to pay the guy 5k. So let's just build these buildings now. Unfortunately, we can't afford a mausoleum as well, but we'll be getting one soon. And our ancient armory is in a turn. That's excellent. Right, Johan, while you're here, I believe we have a quest to move on Grom Peak. Is that correct? No, that's that one. Raid the following region of Grom Peaks. We just have to raid it. We don't even need to take it. Otherwise, unleash hell. Raise or sack a settlement belonging to the Empire or Avaland. Well, that's something we definitely want to do if it's going to get us diplomatic relations with von Karstein. What's the other one going to get us again? Just magic. Okay. Well, let's go and do that. I think we only have to go to there. We're probably going to be taking attrition. We are. That's a bit of a shame. But if we raid, do we still get attrition? No, we don't. And we can still raise dead. That's not bad. Okay, so that's going to be that quest sorted. Manfred is moving. Can we force march? No, we'd still be in Schwarzhaften. Okay, let's not worry then. Oakenhammer. We're going to grow, obviously. Charnel Pit's getting up everywhere here to help the growth. I think that's what our main thing as we move into a new province is going to be. It's just going to be to take what we can and immediately just start the growth, which in our case is the charnel pits. Just get the growth going as quickly as we can, and then, you know, once the cities have grown, we can get rid of the charnel pits and whatever else, which is actually where we're nearly getting to with our home province over here. Waldenhof, we'll just get that built now, shall we? We'll spend our money. You know, this cursed tomb can wait until we've taken Dromar and we've probably sorted out this province. And we're nearly there. There is Vlad himself, as a matter of fact, moving on Avenheim by the looks of things. Well, we've got here to worry about, and that's our second province sorted, hopefully, next turn. I can't imagine 6 dwarves are going to stand up to us. Dwarf beer is not a resource I think we can make use of, very sadly, but otherwise, really happy to see that. I think once Manfred is done here, we'll move him back and we'll try and really create him a pretty elite army, I think. We can certainly afford one. We're making nearly 3.5 grand a turn. That's excellent. And with our Banshee here, we're just sort of exploring the map, trying to find out who the big players are right now. Hello. Oh, military alliance. Well, the thing is, okay, so I thought, especially with the, let's just say, eviler factions, if that's a word, I know it's not. I thought for confederations you had to get people to fear you. I'm told in the comments of the last video that I've got to get people to like me. I could have sworn it was fear. Even so, I think he can pay us a little bit more if he wants a military alliance there. We'll really sell ourselves strong here. Hi, Zufbar. You want a peace treaty? Well, you're not getting a peace treaty for free, lads. Oh, and you're only weak as well. I might as well just move on Grand Peak, to be honest. And then I think Mount Gumbad is the other city. Yeah, I think there's gold there, I think I just saw. So we're certainly going to want to move in that. And then maybe we can bring up to the Karak Kadrin or move down into the dwarves. Critical failure for a dwarven hero there. Well, bloody hell, Johan. You might as well just crack on then in that case, mightn't you? Right, Manfred, let's take Dromar. This should be quite a simple affair. It indeed is quite a simple affair. Lovely stuff. And we'll... Oh, we could loot and occupy. We'll just occupy. I don't want to mess with the public order too much. And that is Zufbar secured. Yeah, we really couldn't have afforded a public order mishap there, could we? Right, charnel pit straight away. Charnel pit there straight away. They're not cheap, the charnel pits. Actually, they are. It's just the upgrades of them aren't so good. Wine? Wine is public order, so I think we'll stick with that. And we're going to have to keep Manfred stationed here for a while, just while that public order sorts out. Zufbar, we can upgrade this, and I think it would be a good idea. Or do we want to see if we can raise a little bit of dead to move on Grand Peak? We can't recruit them anyway, so let's just go. Grand Peak is 12, we number 17. We might have to starve them out. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we're going to have to encircle them. We're still suffering attrition. No, we're not. Okay, that should be fine. And actually, what we could have done was recruit that renowned regiment of ghouls that we've now unlocked. I've forgotten to do it now, so let's not worry. What we might do, if we can afford the public order, is move Manfred back over to Zufbar or Oakenham. We can get in there in a couple of turns, as a matter of fact. I think what we'll do then is we will take the growth and public order. Oh, it's growth and vampiric corruption. I think growth's more important. Here for now. This minus 19 is only for a turn, and then I think it's going to settle a little bit, so that should be okay. But if, as I said, if we can move Manfred over to Zufbar, then he can support this Grand Peak issue. We're going to have to retreat now, I think. Yeah, absolutely, we're going to have to retreat now. It's, oh god, he only retreated to there. Oh bloody hell. That wasn't very far, Johan. I thought you were going to go, oh sugar. Oh sugar. I'm not seeing a good result here for us, if I'm honest. Let's have a look at the Dwarf Warrior. Oh, God, they've even got long beards. Oh, blimey. Okay. Okay. Well. This is a certain defeat, I think, isn't it? We've got a White King there. But let's have a look at the Longbeards. Attack, defense, and strength. 30, 48, 32 versus 29, 26, 38, 18, 22, 26. Oh, no. Charge defense against large foes here. We don't have large foes. I think we have to auto this. I don't feel any... Oh, God. Okay. Okay, that was a very bad thing that happened there. That was... Oh, God. Oh, man. See, I thought we'd move back that far and we'd be out of range if such a thing happened. Okay. We're going to have to move quickly here.
The wisest amongst them will know that
I thought if
side.
at the very least...
I have foreseen it.
If at the very... Oh, he was force marching. How could he attack us if he was force marching then? Not sure about that one. Right, okay, well. Oakenhammer, Zufbar... Oh man, oh man. Right.
This night.
Okay. We're going to have to think a lot here, because we just lost a lot of good characters. We just lost a good army there. That was not a good thing that happened, and we're going to have to now march. Okay, marching or normal. Oh, it's because we've got this guy selected. We're going to have to march or normal walk. Can we really? Oh man, we're slow through the mountains. That's going to be a big problem for us. Okay, right. We need to get over here because that army is not going to stop, and we need to get to recruiting another one quickly. Okay, now whatever gives us public order. How long can we live? Only a turn, 2 turns. I'm not going to build any upgrades here actually just for now in case we lose the city soon. But what we do need to do absolutely now is get another fella here. Vostus von Karstein, Ghoul King. They're good fighters, I think, aren't they? How do they compare to a Vampire Lord? Let's have a look. 66, 45, 430. 50, 40, 410, but with poisoned attacks and armor piercing as well, and a spellcaster. I think we'll go for that. We'll go for a Ghoul King. We'll see what they're rocking with, and we'll build them a bit of an elite army. I think Vargeists, Crypt Horrors. We've got the money here. 2 units of Crypt Horrors, maybe some Crypt Ghouls as well, and then some Grave Guard like that. It's not a bad little starting force, isn't it? We've got a couple of monsters. We've got a couple of fast-flying units. A decent line, some heavy hitters in between them. What we probably want is a corpse cart on that. And then, well, I would say skeleton spearmen, but we're not going to be facing against dwarves any cavalry, so they're maybe not as important as they would be against men. Only got 700 crew, so we'll just take another unit of Graveguard right now. I think we're going to lose one of these 2 cities. That's a massive shame. I wasn't expecting, well, that to happen, obviously. I thought maybe if there was an army, then we'd just run out of the way, but it's not happened, and we're going to have to deal with this now. What do we want? Dire Wolves, Dire Packs. I think this then leads to Vargeists. Okay, so let's get that. Anyway, a poor start to the episode, I think we'll all agree. But we're going to make 5 grand this next turn, and all we have to hope is that Manfred can... Oh, man, would we even like Manfred's chances? We'd need the... Oh, he's gone back. Okay. Okay, that's good. That gives us the time that we need. And of course, that's expected in Zufbar, but if we can get Manfred round quick enough, I'm not even sure that we will be able to. We can, okay. So if we get Manfred, in fact, before I move him at all, can we normal march him into Oakenhammer? Oh, no, we can't, just about. Okay, we're going to have to march him, unless that is enough to put the public order down. It isn't. The thing is, if we march into a city, is that... I'm not sure.
I hunt the swine.
Hopefully. Oh, no, it's still going to happen. That's really annoying. Well, we're just going to have to deal with it. If it happens in Carrick-Dromar, I'm going to be very displeased. Or... Oh, no, there's nothing we can do. We're going to have to wait until this army gets up and better. That is a big shame. That is a big, big shame. But we'll, well, complete all the buildings that there are to be completed over here. We'll continue this army's building. So we've got a lot coming in a turn and a turn and a turn. So at the moment we've got 4 Graveguard. Probably want to take another unit of... Graveguard with great weapons. We'll take 2 of those. And we'll take the Feasters in the Dark as well. That's putting us at 16. We've got a Corpse Cart coming. Cavalry would be an idea. Black Knights. Wouldn't mind Black Knights. Black Knights with Lancers and Barding. Wouldn't mind them either. Okay, so we'll take... Oh, that's the anti-infantry lot. That's definitely what we want against dwarves. So we'll take maybe 3 units of those, and then we'll see if we can get a White King or something in the force as well. Let's have a look if we can actually recruit one of them already. We can't. What are we lacking? We need a Lodestone of Darkness. Okay, let's have a quick look at the building browser so we know where that's going to be. Maybe it's only going to be able to be built here. Oh, no, it's here. Okay, so money, we can build it. We're just monetarily lacking stuff at the moment. And there's Hex Rays as well. I really do like the variety of units you get as the vampire counts. But anyway, let's just take this rebellion. It's going to happen. Hopefully it happens where Manfred is. And then it won't be a problem at all. Otherwise it might be a problem. And we'll have to just move on Grompeak in a larger force than we did. Right, so there was a rebellion. It looks to have been in the correct place. I don't even see it. Or is it just saying imminent rebellion? Where even is the rebellion? Ah, there it is. Okay, well, that's perfect. That's exactly where we wanted it to be. And it's vampires as well, so we should be able to deal with this very, very quickly. That's going to be a bit of an auto. Lovely. Okay, and we'll just take some money there. Right, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to wait. Oh, no, I don't want to wait. I was going to say we're going to wait until Vostos' army is built. We're going to station him in Zufbar, and then we're going to rebuild Vlad's army, but I don't want to do that. Let's just get it done now, shall we? Let's just do it quick. Let's just do it quick, right? Do we need 2 corpse carts in this army? I'm not sure we do, but Vlad's upgraded, and that's fantastic. He can continue becoming the amazing, amazing warrior that he is going to be. We'll give him some armor now, and then once he's filled this out, we'll look at mounts and stuff. Otherwise, we were just going to wait for some... Oh, what were we going to say? Lancers and Barding Black Knights? That'd be great, you know? We'd get Vargheists swooping down on missile units here, and then we were going to see if we can get a Unholy Lodestone. And in fact, if we don't spend any money this time, we're going to be able to afford to build that. So let's just keep it all as it is now, and we'll put Manfred in Zufbar for the sake of some public order, and otherwise I think we just have to wait because I want to save the money. Okay, well, at least we're not losing any ground. That was a danger. Bloody hell, the Norscan tribes are doing some work, aren't they? Right, and what was that army doing there? We can absolutely bet. Oh, they confederized, have they? Interesting. Oh, god damn it. Yeah, we had to pay that bloody necromancer, so I can't build the Unholy Lodestone anyway, for God's sake. Dark Lodestone, I think it was called. Whatever. Anyway, but has no regrets when he lays his eyes on the tomb. At least it was worth it. He recognizes it as being one of the 9 books of Nagash, authored by the great necromancer himself. Blimey. Okay. This was a book that eluded his earlier studies. Delivering within the ancient flayed skin covers of the fell tome, the Count finds much of interest. Amongst the pages is an examination of binding, funneling dark magic into ancient physical artifacts when a great quantity of spirit essence is released. It can be harnessed and bound into an item through the use of magical power. Manfred knows of such a locus, an arcane fulcrum of bone deep in the Badlands. It is where greenskins gather to conduct their pathetic shamanic rites. He dispatches one of his minions to survey the area. Well, we got a Banshee surveying really not the right area at the moment, but we'll head down here. So I think Blightwater is where that... If we go all the way down, there's a thing here that we might not be able to see in the fog, but I think Blightwater's about here. So that's where our lass will go. Okay, well, it's good that we're making progress with that. It's good that we've got the province of Zufbar, and we're not at war with the dwarves, are we? No, I mean, obviously they don't like us much, but we're not at war with them. That gives us time. That gives us just a little bit of time there, maybe, to sort out our armies. And still nothing there. Okay, do we know who strength ranks 1 and 2 are? It's Aisling a 1. Well, no wonder they've absolutely wrecked Kislev. Oh no, Kislev are doing okay. Is it Oslo? I don't even know who owns Troll Country at the start of the game, but they've bloody done well there. Scaling not doing bad either. We haven't even found the others. Maybe it'd be time to think about getting another Banshee out, but I think for our money's point of view, we save up because I really want to get that White King, because I want to get these 2 armies quite professional so that we can move in force on the dwarves. Maybe it might be smarter to start with the Karak Kadrim first of all, but I think also we can start building up Zufbar as we had intended. If we do move on the Karak Kadrim, and I know we've had diplomatic success with them in the past, but it's not really much, and they're going to be against us eventually, and well, they've got Dwarven Bear, and it's not the best province, not compared to Mount Gumbad, but if we could even swing round from Gashnak's Lair and hit Mount Gumbad, and then Grumpy, it's definitely something we want to think about. But first things first, we want to be building that, and then however much money we've got left, I don't think is really enough for us to build anything, but I can imagine Zufbar being a bit of a war-torn province for the time being, so we're certainly going to work on building that there, and I think probably the good old charnel pit there in Fort Oberstar, and we're going to work on this growth, and that's... Well, it's all looking okay. This army's getting together pretty quick. We can't add anything to it right now, apart from raising dead some skeletons, and as I said, I wanted these 2 to be quite elite armies, and they are already, you know. We're just going to get the 3 units of cavalry there, and then that's going to be very, very decent. A nice big line of Grave Guard, Feasters in the Dark, and Crypt Ghouls to, you know, support wherever the line may be weak. Vargheists to swing behind. Crypt Horrors are nice and quick, aren't they? So they can swing behind as well. It's a nice ghouly ghosty army. So maybe we should go for Chili Geists or Hex Rays or whatever they're called. Let's have a look here. Let's have a look at the stats. I don't think we can get either of them this turn. No, of course we can't. So Black Knights, Lancers, and Barding. It's really attack, defense, and weapon strength I look for. So 24, 22, 42 versus Chili Geists or Hex Rays or whatever they're called, which I don't even think we've unlocked yet, but we will when this lodestone's been built. No, oh god, okay, well we can look at them here. 20, but magical and fire damage. 22, 38 armor piercing, Vanguard. Yeah, I think they might be better. I think we'll have Black Knights in Manfred's army and we'll go for Hex Rays in this other army. Okay. Okay. Really upsetting to lose Johan. I really liked how that army was developing, but it's happened and we'll have to deal with it. Von Carstein's, what do you want, lads? Military access for 300 quid. Well, we'll do that if that makes you like us a bit. Thought they already had military access, to be honest, but I guess they didn't. Still, we'll look for the confederations wherever we can. Strength rank 23. He's going to want it eventually, isn't he? He's going to want it eventually. Right. I could also think about rebuilding Essen, but right now I'm happy at where our ambitions lie. So we're just playing the waiting game there. We could move down and start working on Manfred's army, but for now, in fact, there's not much we can upgrade there. Let's have a look over here, just charnel pits, and I guess we'll get that going as well. Okay. Okay, that army's ready enough, so let's bring them into Oakenhammer, and we'll bring Manfred back, and we'll get rid of some of these units that we're not going to want. We'll keep the ones that are of a high level. Going to get rid of the Teeth as well. We can recruit them to another army. Manfred's is going to be the elite of elite armies here. Okay, so I think we'll get rid of that. It's going to be some money for us, and we'll bring people in next turn. Maybe another unit of skeleton spearmen. I know they're not going to be useful against dwarves, but if we can use them against dwarves, and then they can rank up for when we eventually bring them into to be against humans. So that would be good. And then of course we want a load of Black Knights that can ride with Manfred, and yeah. And we've got a couple of units of direwolves there as well. Okay. Okay, yeah, we'll keep it as that for now. And as I said, once Zufbar's a little safer, we were going to move on the Karad Kadrim, weren't we, now that the Zufbar have become dwarves. Hi, Hotchman, you declaring war on me? Thought you would. Is it because there's a banshee spreading vampiric corruption in your lands? Probably. Apologies. Anyway, what do we want here? Mission aborted. Okay, why has the mission been aborted, eh, lads? Oh, you took Grenstad. You've not done badly for yourselves, have you? Okay, right. Black Knights do we want? And how close are we to actually getting the 5 there? 2 turns away. Oh, man. You know what? Should we just save up for that? I know it's boring just watching people save up for stuff, but, yes, it's what I think is a good idea right now. Now, we can upgrade Zufbar, but I really want to get that level 5 city soon. So what we'll do is we'll just keep these guys here for public order's sake for a bit. And we'll just have 2 very quick turns of watching our Banshee go down the world. She's making very good progress, actually. She's not slow across the map at all, which is nice to see. And then we'll get these 2 armies built up. We're only on turn 54, so we're not really in any rush. And who is this guy? This is our Necromancer in Manfred's army. Okay, we've got a good offensive spell. That would be a big one. We'll get that sorted. Drakenhof. Nah, next turn, 9 grand. We're definitely going to have it. I think getting a level 5 city before turn 60 is probably alright, isn't it? We've certainly tried very hard to achieve it. And we'll keep an eye on the Von Carstein faction there. Bretonia and Paravon are best friends, aren't they? Technology research. Well, now we can research the one that gets our... Oh, excuse me, our... Oh! Vargulfs and Vargeists better. Melee defense. We'll go for both of these, but we'll go for that one first. Lovely. Okay, so we have still got a little bit of money, actually. Can we upgrade any of these? Only the bits that I don't really want to upgrade. Okay, then, Manfred, let's see if we can afford you 1 or 2 units of Black Knights and Lancers and Barding. God, they're expensive, but they're going to be worth it. Do we want Crypt Ghouls at all in this army? Do we need Crypt Ghouls in this army? I'm not sure, because we've got Manfred, who's going to be such an amazing fighter. We basically just want a line that can hold while we swing round direwolves and, you know, cavalry like this. And if it's got a corpse cart behind, I don't really think we need Crypt Ghouls at all. So we'll get rid of them. And we'll look to get another unit, yeah. Ideally 4 units, I think, of Black Knights would be good in this one. Or maybe 2 units of those and 2 units of Blood Knights. I dare say we'll rebuild these armies once we find out a little bit more about what we like to fight with on the battlefield and what we don't like. But this guy needs to be getting gone straight away. Carrick and Norn have been destroyed. Devils of Schwarzhafen are available to us. That's very good. Okay, yeah, that guy needs getting gone right away. Devils of Schwarzhafen. Okay, we'll put them in the other army. I think they'd suit better there. Cairn Wraiths. Oh, man. Oh, I just love the variety here. Right, so we'll take another 2 units of Black Knights there. That is going to be very, very good. And then we want to just take, I think, a load of Graveguard. Nice, strong Graveguard line. We don't need these either. Really, do we? And just take them. Okay, and ideally I'd like to have a couple more Vargulfs in Manfred's army as well. But I love to see the swift level ups that he's getting for himself. What's going on with our Vampiric Corruption there? It's getting brought right down. We need to start building the Bellfire Braziers. I think that's certainly what I'll replace my charnel pits with. And in fact, I don't need the charnel pits here, do I, anymore? Hey, okay, let's get rid of them. Demolish that. Demolish that. That's going to be very good. Yeah, and then we'll get Bellfire Braziers and stuff there as well. Okay, and we're growing as we are there. We'll bring the Devils of Schwarzhafen in here. You know, we might even bring all... Yeah, we'll bring the Devil just Schwarzhafen, and then we'll bring a couple of units of Chili Geists, and then, yeah, whatever. Whatever we're going to do, I think I'll just decide on the way. Banshee going down. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Blightwater's right at the bottom. He's moving off, which is good. Man, he really does affect our Vampiric Corruption a lot, doesn't he? Still, we should be able to welcome that. Look at that. 7 grand now. Bloody excellent, isn't it? Right. So, do we want to build a Bellfire Brazier and so on to a Witch House there, or do we want to build a Forbidden Library and a Vampire Crypt there? I think I just answered my own question. And we can still get the Bellfire Hearth there, so that's decent Vampiric Corruption. It's going to help it for adjacent provinces as well, which is good. That's all good. We're getting stuff in there. We're going to need more. We can afford more. What do we want? Should we say 3 units of those, 2 units of those? And that leaves us with 2, potentially 2 more Vargulfs in this army. I think that would be bloody strong as hell. So we'd have a small battle line, really, of the Graveguard with Corpse Carts behind and our Necromancer behind. I don't think that would break for anything. And then in the meantime, Manfred with Black Knights, Direwolves and Vargulfs coming around the side, knocking out anything. I think that's going to be a fine tactic for this army. This army's going to be a little quicker, a little more hard-hitting. And even as I look at it now, I'm like, do I need this many units of Graveguard? I'm not sure I do. Let's get rid of some of them. Is it smart to be hiring units and getting rid of units right now? No, but money-wise, we're okay. You know, we are going to add the Devils of Schwarzhafen to this army, and we are going to eventually, I think, be able to mount this guy on a flying mount. So really, we want to look for... I'd like to experiment with some Hex Raids. We're going to need to bring him down into our main province to do that, but whatever. It's fine now. I think what we want to do is save up for the Vampire Crypts and the Forbidden Library. And that's what we're going to do. I don't think we need to hire any more units than what we've just bought, so let's start saving up for the big buildings. And then we can really start moving cattle. Yeah, absolutely. That's gonna. I think we can build something now, as a matter of fact. What a great thing to get. I know Chaos Corruption's a bit of a pain, but right now it shouldn't be hurting us at all. And it's only for a couple of turns. Oh, they're both 10 grand. I thought one of them might have been 9. We can upgrade that. That's gonna get us the Hex Rays, and we can... Yeah, okay, let's just hold for a minute. Let's just hold for a minute. This is very, very exciting here. So, a Norscan tribe at the moment are the big hitters. Oh, come on. Okay, it's fine. I'm not even going to say that name. Von Karstein has approached us requesting resources to go somewhere on some bizarre quest into a lost sea realm he calls Galleon's Graveyard. It's 800 quid. It's fine. Right, what do we want to do first? I want to get the Forbidden Library first. And it's only going to be 5 turns until we can get the other one, but then we can unlock Heinrich Kemmler, and then I think we really have the numbers and the forces to be moving out now. And let's not forget, these libraries and crypts are money for us as well. They're really, you know, they're really going to make us wealthy. Hochland, so you declare war on us now, you want peace for £1,000. Because I'm saving up for something, I'm going to say 2 grand for peace. No, okay, £1.50. No! Okay, well, hopefully they'll come next turn and they'll ask us for something. And I really want Kemmler up soon because we're probably going to have to bring Manfred down here eventually. We'll have to raid him all the way down because otherwise he'll just be absolutely destroyed by... Absolutely. Oh, we're still -2 there, even though Manfred's home. Okay, I think we need to get these up very quickly then. Okay, this is looking good. So what are we doing with the rest of this army? I'd already forgotten what I was going to say. We were going to wait for Vargulfs, weren't we? Cairn raids. Man, they look good. Man, they look good. So this army really is not going to be the right army for hitting dwarves. It's going to be the right army for hitting humans. So I think what we'll do is we'll build Kemmler's army into a bit of an anti-dwarf army. This army is faster, it's weaker, but it causes more terror, which is good against humans, bad against dwarves. So I think this army will send into human realms. Manfred we're going to have to send down to Blightwater eventually. He's going to have a great army to do that, though. And then Kemmler, when we get him, which is going to be in 3 turns, we'll be able to build a sort of anti-dwarf force. We'll move on Grompeak or Carrick-Cadrin or something. Some passive turns here. I do apologise, guys. There's what we were looking for. This is Blightwater, isn't it? Okay. So we'll have to deploy her, and then we can get moving on this quest next turn. As we get through everything there. Public order +1. I'll take that. Waiting for 10 grand there. Not a million miles away. We'll deploy her. We are in Blightwater, aren't we? Carrick Asgaral. Yeah, that's Blightwater. Super. Okay. Right then. Carrick-Cadrin have moved into Ostermark, have they? Interesting development. Definitely, I think there's going to be a war between the two of us eventually. They've got an encamped army there. Do they indeed? Okay. Just going to move Manfred down here for now. Maybe he can even move on there before he goes down to Blackwater. That might be an idea. Otherwise, as I said, we're saving up money because I really want to get these 2 buildings built. And then pretty much everything is unlocked to us. Now this guy, fighter again, I think. We're going to have Kemmler for the other stuff. Let's bring them both down. Let's have a quick walk and a quick move on the Carrick-Cadrin. They don't like us. It's improving, but I think if we knock out that army, one goes there, one goes there, we can get this done very quickly and it'll be very good for us. Let's do it. Let's do it. We'll have to get 2 units there instead of Vargulfs right now because I don't think we're going to be able to get Vargulfs in the army for a while. Hi, Aisling. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Thought we might have been... Oh, God, they've just bloody confederized with the dwarves, have they? Right, anyway, Hochland, what do you want? Well, that's the offer I gave you before, lads. It gets us closer to the vampire crypts. Right, we're going to have to be a little more careful about this now, aren't we? Right, this book was alluded... This was a book that eluded his earlier studies, delving within the ancient flayed skin covers of the Feldtown, the campfire. Oh, we've read that already. Yeah, we bloody read that. The Thrall reports that the Greenskins have gathered in great numbers around the Pillar of Bone and that their shamans are engaged in one of their primitive rituals to their gods Gork and Morg. Manfred fingers his sword thoughtfully when he calls his White King captains to ready the army. Okay. We'll have to raid our way down there. Maybe a White King would be a nice... No, I don't think we need a White King in Manfred's army. Right, well, let's get 2 units in Manfred's army and let's get him going, shall we? What do we want? What do we want? Another unit of direwolves. I know we got rid of one, but I'm thinking maybe another one would be a good idea. Can't even see direwolves now. They're there. Okay, and then we can't get a Vargulf because we need vampire crypts. Vampire crypts. Okay, so we'll take what we can right now. Honestly... Would it hurt us just to get another unit of Black Knights? Really don't think it would. Take direwolves and we'll take Black Knights with lancers and barding. No, we won't. We'll take 1 unit of... Oh, they're both anti-infantry. So what's the difference? They're just slightly worse defense. Okay, well, that's what we'll do. That's what we'll do, and that's a very good army that can go down. The moment it gets really to Eikendorf, it can rage, you know, we can... raise some cities. We're going to be going through Dwarven lands, so we could have a war here and a war here and a war here, but we really want to get Kemmler up and going before we do start a war here, don't we? I think. Yeah, it's going to be a tough one now. We find ourselves quite surrounded by dwarves, and I think it'll be fine. In fact, I'm very confident it'll be fine, but we'll have to be careful about it. Anyway, Vampire Crits next turn. That's very good. Manfred's going to be moving off. That's very good. And then we can really start moving out. I think in a turn as well, it might be time to ask the Von Carsteins if they want in on our little game here. Legendary Lord available. Heinrich Kemmler. There's Crown. Let's get him going and let's see how it works. If it costs... I want to get the Vampire crits now, and it might be too expensive to get Kemmler. It's not going to be. Heinrich Kemmler. Welcome to the fold, buddy. Let's have a look at your skills. I want to see where this spell is. Wind of Death. No, that's just the usual stuff. How does it work then? Where are you, Crow? Where are you? Is that what we do? No. That's just all the standard stuff, isn't it? I'm not seeing any immediate summon spell. Maybe he is just around him. Who knows? Maybe it's a quest battle that we have to fight. I'm sure we'll figure it out eventually. Right then, Mr. Kemmler, we were going to create something of an anti-dwarf army, weren't we, with you? How do we have an anti-dwarf army? What are dwarves? Strong, stout fighters and very, very, very good artillery. How do we combat artillery? Fast-moving units. How do we combat stout fighters? Magic to make them weaker. Okay. So that's what we want to do. We want to have a lot of fast-moving units. We want to have magic to make them weaker. What do we got here? We got the Bellfire, which is magic disruption. It's not really what we need against dwarves, is it? Fellbats, maybe. I think maybe we just save money for the time being. Right, Manfred is just recruiting for another turn. Okay. Okay. Oh, hello, lads. 2 of you, eh? Maybe we'll just keep a little eye on the goings-on here. What are you doing? What are you doing? Recruit cavalry. Well, I swear we just did that. Right then, what are we looking at here? Feudal Redmane and... it's not a big army, and they are suffering from attrition. I'm just going to move Kemmler in there. 14, and Tempelhof does not really have very much of a garrison at all, so I'm going to move Manfred to there just for this turn. Before he moves off. It's not worth 3 grand, is it, there for the next one? We've got to be nearly ready to upgrade. In fact, we are ready. We just need the money to upgrade over there. That's fine. Okay. It's all going as it should. Grom Peak 12. Zufbar. Oh, man. All these areas need upgrading. Right. And what do we do that makes us feel safer? Well, if we get rid of Essen, Karak, Kadrim, Gash... If we take these 5... I feel a lot safer because the next Dwarven city's here, isn't it? I mean, I know they can underway and we can't, so Karak Dromar is going to be a lot easier to attack than it is for us to defend, but... let's not worry right now. Let's just watch it where these 2 are going. Let's just watch where these 2 are going. And we'll see what happens. Right, we'll probably take Devils of Schwarzhofen in this army, maybe. Interesting developments. We'll see what happens. Oh, they're moving back out now, are they? Well, if we can build Kemmler up a big army and we can have Manfred going down, then we can easily go to war with the dwarves. It's just a problem in the mountains because they're so much... God damn it, why couldn't we have had that a minute ago? It's just a problem in the mountains because they're so much quicker than us. Right, anyway, let's just get to the end of... Well, we probably want to go to there, don't we? Why are you not going that way, Manfred? You're going to suffer attrition now, you fool.
Darkness come.
Right, we'll have to go this way. Oh, because there's a river there, isn't it? So it takes longer. Oh, well. Right. Recruiting. We have 6 grand to recruit with. Should we just, before we do that, should we upgrade that? And now I think every single unit in the game, once we've had that built, will be available to us, except a Mortis engine. Okay, well, still, it should be enough to go to war with a few dwarves. Zufbar, Public Order is settling down eventually. Vampiric Corruption is doing well. Vampiric Corruption here is still going down, which is very annoying, considering we've just built a bloomin' one of those. Oh man, Vampiric Corruption should be Should be better than that. We need agents, really. Let's get some agents about. We can get a White... Oh, we can't afford any. We can get a White King. We can get a Banshee. We can get a Necromancer. Dirk von Carson. That's a cool name, isn't it? Still, 5 turns to wait, and then we can create really big, strong armies. I think certainly, if we're talking about being at war with dwarves, we want some Terrorgeists, which we should be able to recruit soon.
Find me grave
Okay then, so we're going to want Vargeists. We're going to want all the tech to make them as good as they can be. We're going to want Terrorgeists, and we need the Vampire Crypts to do that. And Vampire Crypts are up in a turn, so that's fine. A lot more money for us as well. 350 gold a turn. Not going to say anything about that. That's a very good thing. Manfred, you're going the right way. You could be marching though, mate, if I'm honest. Let's get you to there. No. No, he is going to... Oh, no, wait, is he? No, if he goes in there, he's not going to suffer any attrition, so he can get there quicker. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Let's have a look at Manfred's... Vlad's army. Not as good. Not as good as mine, if I'm honest, Vlad. Do you fancy coming into the team yet?
What doth thou wish to discuss?
Oh, it's getting there. It's getting there. You know what? If we can just take this little area from the dwarves, I think he'd definitely be on board. So that's good. We're making good progress there. The only way I think we get him to accept right now is if we paid him, and that's not really something I want to do. Kislev are destroyed. The Redhorn tribe are destroyed. That is going to be Bear Sonling or whatever they're called. Oh, we're strength rank Aisling are 3. We still haven't met 2. Going to assume they're another Norscan tribe. Because I doubt... Or it could be a Stalia. I'm not sure. I'm not sure right now. How many settlements does everyone have? Dwarves have 17. Greenskins 16. Man, those two are going to be going at it, aren't they? Maybe let's think about...
Make your offer, but do it quickly.
Friends with the orcs, seeing as we're going to share a common enemy in the dwarves. Apparently they ain't up for it. Well, screw those guys then. Okay, Kemler's still waiting. We're still just waiting here. Maybe we can get some Terrorgeists in the fold now. A couple of those wouldn't go amiss. Where are they? I can't even see them. It's just a Hex race that we're waiting for. Terrorgeists? Ooh, they're expensive, aren't they? But certainly they're very, very, very the things that we need. I think we'll take some Black Knights as well if we can. This is going to be a very expensive army, but it's certainly what we need if we're going to fight against dwarves. Again, an upgrade in this army. That's excellent. Right, Raised Dead. Always good. Really good for disrupting lines of fighting, which this guy's going to be standing right behind. So that's what we need. That's Vlad's army that I've clicked on there. Okay, so we want to get to there, and then next turn we'll start raiding. That should be fine. That should be very good. Right, so we're getting our recruiting going on there. See, the thing is, Kemmler's going to have to do this side by himself because Vostus is going to have to do this side by himself. Speaking of which, we're going to need some elite units here as well. We'll have to take it turn by turn, I think. But anyway, we'll start that big raid with Manfred, which is going to be good because it means that he won't be suffering from any sort of... Very nice. He won't be suffering from any sort of warfare or recruiting setup. This is going to be a big one for us right now. Get raiding, mate. Get in there. There we go. So we are raiding now against the Border Princes. 500 quid, not bad. And we should be able to recruit a load more of these now that they're going to be cheaper. So what do we want? We want probably 3 units of these. 2 Terrorgeists, I think. Vargulfs aren't slow, are they? Where's their speed? 80, yeah. Vargeists as well with the Terrorgeists. We got to remember that this guy is a spellcaster, and this guy is going to be strongest for us where there's a line of fighting that he can get around and cast offensive spells, or he can stay behind and keep it big. So we are going to want that line, but against dwarves maybe not so much. But still, I think we will always just take a couple of units of Graveguard like that. And then Felbat's not really any point for Felbats, but a Corpse Cart. What's the offensive one? Is it the Unholy Lodestone or the Balefire? Balefire, regeneration. They're both regeneration. Mass regeneration, mass disruptor. Regeneration, I think. Disruptor. It's just not useful against dwarves at all. We don't really need one actually at all. Let's have a look next turn. if we can, at some heroes. Certainly a couple of White King will be very useful in Kemmler's army. And we're going to need a spellcaster in the other one. So let's have a look at that now. Let's recruit some heroes. So we want Necromancer. We've got a Sanguine Necromancer. Or a Dark Acolyte. I think a Dark Acolyte is going to be very useful. So we'll bring him into the fold. And if we can get a White King as well, we can get 2 White King actually. Unfortunately, all of these guys... Well, none of these guys are the best. So I think... Ooh. Oh, actually... Doesn't sound like a bad thing, that, does it? Let's get them both in. Let's get them both in. Kemmler's army. We'll both get them on mounts, I think, straight away. Excellent. 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 That's going to make this army look a lot better, isn't it? So we'll get him in there. This Necromancer, in fact, it's the other guy of those. Right, so if we got them straight on mounts right away, then that's going to be great for disrupting Dwarven artillery, isn't it? And then this chap here, bit of that, bit of that. That's all we can do. And we'll get him over into this army. Lovely. Lovely looking stuff, this. Lovely, lovely looking stuff. So it's been a bit of a calm before the storm, but we're definitely getting there. And we're definitely going to continue to move down now with Manfred there, making some good money as we do it. So Kemmler's going to go and hit Essen, and then Waldenhof, and then Carrick-Cadrim. Are we going to keep Essen as our own city, or are we going to raise it? Not sure right now. We'll certainly sack it first of all, but we're a couple of turns from getting the armies ready anyway, so let's not worry too much. And I'm not happy with these guys just going in and out of our lands. What are they trying to achieve? I'm not really sure.